Hey guys, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I go on vacation tomorrow. I'm going to Andalusia for 2 weeks, so I don't know if I'll be able to make a video. I'll try. This video is kind of like a rant, sort of. Well, it's a rant and it's giving my opinion on a particular thing that I see a lot since I've lived here in Spain. And I think it exists. You know, we have it in the United States too, but we also have it in other countries. It's foreigners that refuse to learn the local language. All right, so if you watch this video, you might agree with me, you might disagree with me. That is completely fine, okay? I am just giving my personal opinion about this because I saw a YouTube video of another American that came to Spain, was living in Spain, I think for 3 years, didn't learn Spanish, didn't have any Spanish friends. And you know, if you don't want to learn, you don't have friends, that's one thing. But in the video, the person was complaining about not being able to make friends. And then the person said, well, I never really tried to make friends anyway. So I was thinking, I was very confused. I was like, okay, so you're upset that you couldn't make friends, but then you admit that you didn't try. Then the person tried to say that they didn't learn Spanish because they didn't want to. But then they had problems communicating with people. It was weird. It was weird. However, it made me think about countless times where I've met people, other foreigners, that I thought were tourists because they didn't speak Spanish and they've lived here like 20 years, 15 years. And it bothers me because I've been in places where you've had English people, German people, Americans that needed special treatment to do things in the bank, at the police station, or wherever because they didn't speak Spanish. And if they just moved here to the country, that's fine because you don't know, you're learning. But you've been here for so many years, and then it's weird because I think about myself, right? I came here, I didn't speak any Spanish, and I learned Spanish and I have Spanish friends. And when I first met my friends, like I said in my past videos, we had to use a Google Translator. We had to use a translator to communicate. But it was the effort, you know what I mean? I think that if you live in a country, it's very important to learn the language. Now, I'm not saying, forget about your language, things like that. Yeah, you can speak your language, but at least know the local language. I come here and it's like, okay, my partner and my friend, they went to have breakfast in a restaurant. And this restaurant, it was an English restaurant. And, my partner doesn't speak very good English. So he was trying to speak to the waiter about what he wanted, and he was speaking Spanish, and the waiter said, "Oh, I don't speak Spanish." And he was like, "What?" What? It's just there are lots of places that cater to foreigners, which is fine, but it's like you go to the doctor, you'll be lucky if you find one person that can speak English. And if they do speak English, it's not very good English. And I just think that, there has to be some effort. But I've heard every excuse. I've heard, I'm too old. I'm not good at languages. Um, or I just don't want to. I've heard that too. But I've met a couple on one of the other islands here in the Canary Islands. They were in their 70s. They came here on vacation. They loved it. They decided to stay. They have been living here, I think, maybe 8 years. They speak Spanish. They taught themselves Spanish, and they're in their 70s. And they told me the same thing. They said, yeah, it's important, you should learn the language. And I just feel that if you come to another country, you don't want to integrate, you don't want to learn the language, why come? I mean, just stay in your own country. It's like, you come here and the experience is different, the culture is different. I came here because I wanted something different. And, it's like we have English cities, everyone speaks English. And sometimes it's nice to hear English, sometimes I miss it, but at the same time, I know that I live here and it's important for me to speak Spanish. If I go to the bank, I speak Spanish. If I go to the doctor, I speak Spanish. I don't rely on anyone to translate things for me, and I never did. Even when I didn't speak Spanish, I would go and I would like have my Google translator. I would do whatever I can. I would use my hands. I would try to use little phrases that I've learned. You know what I mean? I was trying, I was putting in effort, and people really appreciated that. And now I'm happy to say that I don't need any of these things. Now, if it's something really complicated, sometimes my partner would be like, okay, let me do it. Because, not because I don't know, Spanish, but because there may be a certain way that they may treat foreigners or things like that. And he wants to make sure that, I'm not taken advantage of or anything like that. But as far as the communication goes, I have no problem. And it was fun. It was a very fun journey to go from nothing to speaking Spanish on my own. And honestly, when I was young, I had no interest in learning Spanish. I didn't think I would ever learn Spanish. So here I am. And, it's like I hear people say, oh, well, I'm very shy. I'm shy too. I am shy even to speak Spanish with my friends that I speak Spanish with every day. It's like, my YouTube channel, I do have some videos where I'm speaking Spanish, and my friends and my grandmother, they're like, you need to make more Spanish videos for your Spanish friends who watch your YouTube channel and don't understand what you're saying. They're not wrong, but I'm very shy to do videos in Spanish. I'm very shy, but I've done it, and yeah, I'll do more. I will. I'll do more. But it's just, it's part of integrating into the culture, the country, you know what I mean? And I've talked to other Spanish people that were just like, I can't believe, they don't speak Spanish and they've lived here for so long. There has been several times where, for example, okay, I'll give you an example. I was at Burger King, right? And there was I think they were British or Irish, I don't remember. But the woman, she said, I would like to order a cheeseburger, but the lady doesn't understand me. Does anyone speak English? And I was the only one that spoke English. I said, okay, I'll help you. The lady looked at me, and she looked at her, and I was like, ella quiere una hamburguesa con queso. And she said, okay, can you also tell her I want onions? And I said, con cebolla también. And then I was thinking, okay, she was here on vacation, she was a tourist. And I said, oh, are you on vacation? And she said, oh no, I've been here for 7 years. And I was like, oh my God, 7 years, and you can't order a cheeseburger with onions. Like, it was just, I don't know, it's just weird. It's weird. And then there was another time where I was in a supermarket and the lady behind me, she couldn't speak Spanish. And I thought, again, tourist. And she told me that she has lived here for 15 years and she knows it's important to learn Spanish, but she doesn't have time. So it just, I don't know, it just baffles me. I think that why live in another country? If I lived in Japan, I would be learning Japanese. If I lived, whatever country I'm living in, that's what I'm going to be learning, because I think it opens up a door of possibilities. You know what I mean? You can meet new people. It's like you can find love, like I did. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't have a community of English people. I do have an English friend, but he speaks Spanish. He's lived here for 15 years. He speaks really, really good Spanish. He has no accent. So, it's just, I don't know. It's just crazy. But I had to bring this up because of the video I saw the other day. And I was like, wait, we need to talk about this. So I don't understand it, but if you decide to live in Spain, I recommend that you learn the language because you'll just be entering a whole new world of possibilities. All right, so that's the end of my rant. All right, feel free to leave comments, whatever you want. If you agree, if you disagree, I'll read them, I'll reply, and I hope you have a wonderful holiday. Happy New Year if I don't see you before the new year. And yeah, I will see you soon. Hasta luego. Ciao.